Hello and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Sarah.
And I'm Bill, your co-host. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Today we're diving into a fascinating topic that might sound a little too good to be true. Can you really learn English while you sleep?
That's right. And not just that. We'll also talk about how using sleep time wisely can actually help you overcome the fear of speaking and build real fluency over time.
Whether you're a beginner or just trying to sound more natural, this episode will give you powerful tips on how to use your sleep for language learning success.
So grab your headphones, get comfy, and let's explore how your brain can help you learn English, even while you're catching some Z's.
Let's get started!
Okay, Sarah, let's start with the big question. Is it really possible to learn English while you sleep?
Great question, Bill. The short answer is yes, but with some important details. You're not going to magically wake up fluent in English after one night. But research shows that the brain continues to process sounds, words, and patterns during certain stages of sleep.
That's amazing. So it's not about studying in your sleep, but more like reinforcing what you've already learned?
Exactly. When you're asleep, especially during light sleep and deep sleep stages, your brain organizes memories, including language. If you listen to English while you sleep, your brain is more likely to absorb familiar sounds and patterns.
So, it's like feeding your subconscious brain with useful English input. Even if you're not awake, you're still giving your brain something to work with.
Right. And it's not about memorizing grammar rules in your dreams. It's about increasing your exposure to the rhythm, intonation, and common sentence structures in English.
Kind of like how children learn by hearing the language all the time, even when they're not actively studying.
Exactly. The more input you give your brain, even passively, the faster it becomes comfortable with the language.
That's powerful. And it takes away the pressure, no textbooks, just listening.
Yes, and we'll talk about how to do that effectively in the next part. So now that we know the brain can absorb language while sleeping, let's talk about how to actually use that to improve your English.
Yeah, because it's not just about playing any random English audio and hoping for the best, right?
Exactly. To get results, you need to be intentional. Start by choosing the right kind of content, something simple, clear, and repetitive. Think of things like common English phrases, affirmations, or short dialogues.
Podcasts, slow English conversations, or bedtime language learning tracks work great. You don't want anything too noisy or complex. It should feel calm and relaxing.
Right. And volume matters too. Keep the sound low, just loud enough to hear, but not so loud that it wakes you up or disturbs your sleep.
Now, should learners listen all night or just for a little while?
Great question. You don't have to listen the entire night. Even 30 to 60 minutes at the beginning of your sleep when your brain is still transitioning can be very effective. Some apps even have timers to shut off automatically.
And I always suggest repeating the same audio for several nights in a row. Repetition helps the brain recognize patterns and store them more deeply.
Yes. Repetition builds fluency. I often tell learners to create a mini sleep routine like listening to a short conversation every night for a week, then change to a new one.
Also, combine it with active learning during the day. For example, practice the phrases you heard during sleep while speaking in the morning.
Exactly. That active and passive combo is powerful. Your brain hears it while you sleep, then you use it when you're awake.
So just to recap, choose clear, relaxing English audio, repeat it regularly, listen as part of your nightly routine, and connect it with your daily learning.
That's the secret. And over time, you'll feel more comfortable with English without even realizing how much your brain is absorbing.
Next, we're going to talk about something that holds many learners back, fear of speaking, and how sleep learning can actually help reduce it. Now, Sarah, Let's talk about something a lot of learners struggle with: the fear of speaking English.
Yes, and it's so common. Many learners know the words, they understand grammar, but when it's time to speak, they freeze.
Right? It's like their brain goes blank, or they feel embarrassed about making mistakes.
Exactly. But here's where sleep learning can help. When you hear English while you sleep, especially things like everyday phrases or affirmations, it actually helps your brain get used to the sounds in a very low-pressure way.
Because you're not trying to perform or get it right. Your brain is just listening and becoming familiar with how the language flows.
Yes, and the more familiar something feels, the less scary it becomes. Over time, learners begin to recognize phrases more easily and build confidence to speak.
I've heard learners say, "I don't know how, but I just started feeling the words coming more naturally." That's the subconscious effect kicking in.
Exactly. Sleep learning helps remove that mental block, that fear of, what if I make a mistake? Instead, it builds a quiet confidence inside you.
And it's not just the words. Many sleep audios also use positive language affirmations like, "I am confident when I speak English." "English flows naturally when I talk." "I speak clearly and fluently."
Those kinds of messages, when repeated over time, actually retrain your mindset. You stop thinking, I can't speak, and start thinking, hey, I'm improving every day.
It becomes a habit both mentally and emotionally.
And when that fear starts to disappear, fluency grows faster. So don't underestimate how powerful sleep learning can be, not just for vocabulary, but for self-belief.
So true. Up next, we'll share some powerful tips to build fluency even faster using sleep learning the smart way.
All right, now let's get into some practical tips that can help our listeners build fluency faster using sleep learning.
Yes. First tip, we've said it before, but it's worth repeating: consistency is key. Make it a nightly habit. Even just 20 to 30 minutes a night can create strong results over time.
Absolutely. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You do it every night without thinking. Do the same with your English audio. Set it and forget it.
Second tip, repeat the same audio for a few nights. The brain loves repetition. If you listen to a short conversation or a set of phrases over and over, your brain starts to absorb it deeply.
Yes. Repetition creates automatic recall. You'll be surprised how certain phrases just pop out of your mouth during real conversations.
Another important tip, use simple, clear audio. You don't need fast conversations or heavy vocabulary. Start with beginner or intermediate level content. Focus on common phrases used in daily life.
Exactly. Your brain isn't focused on learning difficult grammar while you sleep. It's more about soaking in natural language rhythm and sentence structure.
Here's another great trick. Pair your sleep learning with a quick 5-minute review in the morning. Right after you wake up, listen to the same content again or speak out loud a few of the phrases you remember.
Yes, that moment when your brain is still in a relaxed state just after waking up is a golden time to reinforce what you heard during sleep.
Also, try mixing in positive affirmations. Like we said earlier, telling yourself things like, "I speak English clearly," or "I am improving every day," really changes your mindset.
And remember, fluency is not just about grammar, it's about confidence and flow. The more relaxed you feel, the more fluent you become.
So, quick recap. Be consistent. Repeat the same content. Use clear, simple audio review in the morning. Include positive affirmations.
Follow those steps and you'll be surprised how much progress you make even while you're sleeping.
Coming up next, we'll wrap things up with a bit of motivation and a reminder that yes, you can do this.
Before we wrap up today's episode, we just want to remind you learning English doesn't have to be stressful or overwhelming.
Exactly. You don't need to study for hours every day. Even just relaxing and listening while you sleep can help you build fluency over time.
The key is to trust the process. Your brain is powerful, it knows how to learn patterns and sounds naturally, just like you did with your first language.
So don't worry if you don't feel the results immediately. With consistency, those small daily steps will turn into real progress.
And remember, you're not just learning English, you're becoming a more confident version of yourself.
That's right. And if you've been afraid to speak or frustrated with your progress, let this be your turning point. Let go of fear. Start tonight. Just press play, close your eyes, and let English flow into your mind.
You can do this. We believe in you.
And we'll be right here with you every step of the way.
Coming up in our next episode, we'll talk about powerful morning routines that boost your English speaking skills, so don't miss it.
Thanks so much for joining us today on the English Learning Podcast.
If you found this episode helpful, be sure to follow, subscribe, and share it with a friend who's also learning English.
And remember, your journey to fluency continues, even while you sleep.
We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, sweet dreams and happy learning.
Bye for now.